if you're building a business in Nigeria and you feel like registering your business and opening a business account and operating and spending your personal expenses from your business account is going to prevent you or exempt you from legally paying tax, then I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but you're wrong. So this video is for digital entrepreneurs that are in the early stages, not big influencers, not like corporations or anything, just people in the early phases, because the big influencers and the corporations and the big businesses are better off registering their business so they can get a tax break. So the new tax law that came into effect January of 2026 has a lot of people wondering where they stand. A lot of Nigerian youth, they have businesses, they have side hustles, they might have jobs, but they have side hustles. I myself am a digital entrepreneur, and I still have my 9 to 5. So I'm already paying tax. I'm already paying my personal income tax, but this is extra income I'm going to be having from my venture as a digital entrepreneur. And I know that there are lots of people in the same boat. I keep forgetting where the lens is, sorry. I know there are lots of people in the same boat as I am that are wondering how this affects them, how they're going to be paying their taxes, and just generally, and it can be a painful thing. Having to part with your hard-earned money, knowing fully well that you're not getting much of anything in return in terms of security and healthcare. This is not a political video, so I'm not going to make it about politics. I'm talking about the taxes. So I know it can be painful, to part away with your hard-earned money that you have suffered and bled and shed sweat for, but it is what it is. Okay, so I'm just going to focus on the early stage digital entrepreneurs. These people are very likely earning below 100 million naira per year. So what actually prompted this video was a conversation I had with my friend, and she was talking about how she was going to exempt herself from paying tax. So she was hoping that by doing this one thing, she was going to legally exempt herself from paying tax. And she said she was going to register the business as a solopreneur. Yes, that's register the business name, open a business account, which I think she has done at this point, and then just operate from the business account. So when she gets funds for her business into that business account, it wouldn't, in quotes, reflect as a personal income on her accounts. But the thing is, the Nigerian law, they're not stupid, right? If you register your business as if you register your business name and you're seen as a solopreneur, whatever money is coming to your account is going to be seen as yours, even though it is going to your business account. You are one and the same with your business, so it will reflect as your personal income. So I feel like that's not going to exempt anyone from paying taxes. I was hoping it would, because I thought that if I register my business and do that same thing, operate from the business account, and then rather than paying myself a salary or rather than pay myself a certain amount from that business account, if I would just do my personal expenses from that account, then I would be exempt, because it would be seen that, okay, the business is not paying VAT, right? Because businesses are supposed to be paying VAT, value added tax, right? So the businesses that earn below 100 million naira per year are exempt from paying value added tax, right? So I thought, okay, so if I do that, I would exempt myself from paying tax. And as for the personal income tax on that front, my 9 to 5, I'm already paying personal income tax there. But these people are not stupid. I believe they're going to have a way of checking your income throughout the year. I think I watched quite a number of videos on this online, and the authority on this subject have all said, and when I say authority, I don't mean influencers, I mean people that the government have allowed to come speak to us on this. I've watched interviews with these people online, and I'll figure out this man's name and put it somewhere on the screen. And he said that, at the end of the year, when you're supposed to do your file taxes, so this is January 2026, so January 2027, you would have 3 months of next year. You have 3 months in the following year to file your taxes for the previous year. And so when that happens, you're supposed to self-declare your income to know how much you're going to pay. And if you under declare, according to what he said, you would have to like explain yourself, because they will be able to see your cash flow throughout the year. And so if it doesn't tally, if they're saying, let's say, hundreds of millions that has crossed your account throughout the year, and meanwhile you're saying you only made 500k throughout the year, it will be like, okay, so what's up with the discrepancies? Are these gifts? What are these? So it's just a matter of you keeping receipts for everything, being able to prove everything, that okay, this is for this was for this is not a business income, this is something that was given to me by my brother to help him build a house, or this was a gift given to me by my father in the abroad, or whatever it is. It's a matter of ensuring that you can explain what you declare, because everyone is going to have to self-declare what it is their personal income for the whole year, and then you see the tax brackets and how you're going to pay. So it's a quite technical thing. For people that have been paying taxes, this new regime is going to be like a tax break for them. So if they were paying, let's say, 20k per month as tax, with this new structure, they will be paying less. This is for people that have been paying taxes. But for some people that have not been paying taxes, this would seem like a lot, because they are going to go from zero to paying something. So no matter how small it is, they are still going to complain. So what this means for new entrepreneurs is this: whether you register your business, from my understanding, and please, I am not a tax solicitor, what's the name? I am not a professional accountant or auditor. I have not been accredited by the government. What I am speaking about is what I have understood from the interviews that I have watched from the authority on this subject. From what I understand, you will not be exempt from paying tax, whether or not you register your business and you operate from your business account. That thing would only happen if you register your business as a limited liability company, from my understanding. And that comes with a lot of issues. There's a lot of paperwork to do that. It will protect you in the long run, right? But there's a lot of paperwork. There are lots of obligations that you have to fulfill per year. I think you have to hire an external auditor at a certain frequency. So even if you do that, I don't think you can even escape. Say, okay, you want to register your business and then be buying rice and doing your personal expenses from that business account. When you call that external auditor to come and audit you, they will catch you that, okay, money in, money out is not tallying. Where is all this money going to? You understand? So it will be like, oh, someone is embezzling. Even though you are the owner of the company, it will be like, oh, someone is embezzling the money from this business. Why? It's like, are you trying to evade tax? What is this? So I think we need to change our mindsets to accept that the tax is here to stay. Yes, I know it's painful. I know we're not getting much in return, but we first need to re-strategize or rearrange our head up here that, okay, the tax is not going anywhere. We're going to do it whether we like it or not. Once you've accepted that, then you need to now equip yourself with information. Like, don't even stop in this video. Go watch interviews from the people that have been should I say, recommended by the government to speak to us on this subject. We are all learning. You go out there, you watch interviews, you watch videos from people who even understand it better than you do or I do at this point. Equip yourself with education. Because earlier this year in my job, we were filling out the form for this tax thing, and there were deductions. There's a space for deductions that we're supposed to fill, and I was trying to think, what am I supposed to do here? Do I fill in? Because I was hearing that you could deduct your rent from your personal income, and what that means is that if you earn, say, 300,000, before they start to tax your income, you can deduct the money that you spent on rent or the money you spent on this. Those are the deductions that we're talking about. So I left that place blank. So you can see that if you don't have information, it's just like you're ignorant, and it's not going to help you. You're going to spend more. Like, it's expensive to be ignorant on this subject. Do not let yourself pay more than you should. So what I think digital solopreneurs right now should be doing, first of all, number one, whether or not you register, as long as you are not registering a limited liability company, it doesn't really matter. You're still going to pay personal income tax, whether you're operating from your business account or from your personal account. That's my understanding. Two, before you start to pay the tax, you need to understand that there are deductions that you make. In more developed countries, when you overpay at the end of the year, they do these returns, they do tax returns. Like, when you overpay, they return a certain amount to you. But this is Nigeria. we don't know how that's going to look like here. So help yourself to not overpay. You have there are lots of deductions. The one I can remember right now very well is rent relief. Is it rent relief? What they call it? But it's for rent anyway. But there's a cap. I think the cap is 500k. So if your rent is around 300,000 and you're earning 500k, you deduct the per year. Okay, it can't be 500k per year because someone earning 500k per year is not going to pay tax at all. I think 800k per year is the bracket for people that don't pay tax, that are exempt from paying tax. So let's say you earn a million naira per year, right, or 1.2 per year. That's around 100,000 per month, and your rent is 300k. You deduct your rent from your annual income before you start to calculate your taxes. And there's even a website where you can do this and input all your deductions. I'll find a link and I'll put it somewhere. So number two thing is to ensure you equip yourself with all the information so that you can make all the legal deductions that you can make. There's healthcare, NHIS, pension, all those normal things that you pay. You deduct them before you start to calculate how much tax you're required to pay. So it's not like you finish paying tax, then the remaining money you still now go and pay pension, pay NHIS, pay your rent, pay your this. No, there are some deductions that you're supposed to make. It's not everything, but there are some deductions that you are allowed to make before you start to tax yourself. In other words, you are legally allowed to reduce your income so that you will pay less. So go check what they are so you can apply them to yourself. When you've done all that, there's a website, like I said, I'm going to put the link somewhere in the description, I don't know, so you can go look at what it's going to look like. Like I said, the first thing is accepting up here that you are not going to escape this thing, you're going to pay tax. So then equip yourself with the information you need to legally reduce that amount to the barest minimum, and then just pay. That's just what it is. When you grow to the level where you feel like you want the benefits from a limited liability company, then you can upgrade your business name or upgrade yourself, and then you start to do those things, and then you can easily pay those compliances and all those things, the auditors and all that. You can easily pay them. If you are a digital entrepreneur and you're just starting out, you're confused, you're not sure where to start from, you're not sure what your goals are, you should check out my playlist, Start Here. That would help you figure out your goals, how to build an audience, how to just build a business, generally speaking, and feel free to check that out and watch me in my journey, because I'm documenting my journey as I go. Thank you for watching. My name is Tess, and I help digital entrepreneurs that are stuck in the planning phase to close the gap between their goals and where they are right now. That's all for now from me.